Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brittany Jennings with the Seniors Blue Book. And this morning, I am with one of my most favorite people of all time. Don't tell him, but he is Stephen Bennet-Martin, and he is with Suncoast. Oh my gosh, Stephen.
I can jump in if it's all right, Brittany.
I'm trying to say Hardest, and then, of course, your podcast. So I'm so sorry. Good morning, Stephen.
Yes. Well, I'm Steve Bennet-Martin. Hardest does pay my bills, but today we are here talking about the award show that my podcast is sponsoring and creating, Senior Living on the Suncoast. And the awards is the Suncoast Senior C.A.R.E Awards to help recognize and give appreciation to those in our community providing care, education, and resources to seniors.
Awesome. Well, thank you for correcting my tongue twister there. I want to say, you know, like the happiness pod. I mean, there's so many different things that you do. You're amazing. And so today we want to focus on what's behind me, like you said, the C.A.R.E Awards, and you started kind of making some announcements. We started posting things. So let's talk a little bit more in detail about the why behind this award show.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Well, recently, for many of those in our industry, it was National Assisted Living Week a couple weeks ago, and I had such a great time at work with my day job, being able to plan these different ways to give appreciation for those in our senior care industry, particularly in assisted living. But by the end of the week, I was like, I want to give more thanks and do more. And I asked a couple of friends, just, has anyone ever done something like this before? And everyone in the industry that I asked was like, no, but we should. And so I wanted to do it, and I realized that we had just enough time to be able to do it before Thanksgiving. So between the two rounds of voting, we'll be able to have the award show on the Monday, November 23rd before Thanksgiving. So we truly will be giving thanks to all these people in the community.
I love it. I love it so much. I'm so excited to be a part of it. And I also want to talk about some of the categories. So we were discussing kind of beforehand, before you set everything up for on your website and ways to access the survey to make the nominations. What are some of the categories that people can expect?
Yes, well, the first is the major care facilities and care communities in town that are available for seniors, like anyone that really is providing hands-on care. So in that category, that's where you'll find your assisted living communities, your memory cares, your nursings, hospitals, rehabs, anywhere where someone might go and receive that care. And that way we can give thanks and recognition to those companies at the company level. Now, I also realized from my personal experience in this industry that there are a lot more resources that help seniors than those that are in those buildings. And so the second set is going to be those resources that are for profit, the ones like senior care advisors and other companies that are really helping make sure that the seniors that aren't already in communities have the resources that they need to either keep them safe in their home or to help facilitate that transition, like senior movers.
And there's about 50 of those, and I feel like
well, that's only 2 of the categories. There's 4 more categories, because I also wanted to give thanks to the nonprofits at that point. So they are also their third resource. So you'll have resources for people with hearing issues, for vision issues, for Parkinson's, for memory care. And then wrapping it up, it's giving thanks to the caregivers themselves. So people will get a chance to vote for their favorite nurse in our field and their favorite doctor, their favorite housekeeper. And, it's a chance to give thanks to everyone at all levels.
And this is like, what better perfect timing for you to create this platform for people to be appreciated. And this has been obviously one of the toughest years and most challenging years for people. And we've seen people be so creative and innovative and really hang in there and serve our seniors. So this is really around that Thanksgiving time. It's a perfect time at the end of the year to wrap up on a positive note. I want to switch over to the sponsorship. So tell us a little bit. You have space for people to sponsor, and I'll pull up the flyer while you're talking as well so we can show that.
Okay, sounds good. Yes, there are sponsorship options and levels available for people. And the big reason why for the sponsors is because I am very involved in 2 organizations, which many of you are familiar with, the Sarasota County Aging Network. I am on the board of, and the Sarasota County Senior Advocacy Council, I'm also very heavily involved in. And because of COVID and social distancing, we haven't been able to do a lot of the fundraising that we've been able to. And so by helping sponsor these awards during the nominations and the voting, we're expecting to get thousands of people visiting and voting because it is open to everyone. And as you go through the questions, you'll get to see information from people who are supporting this award show. And so it's not only great exposure for the companies, but then the total of 60% of the sponsorships will then go back into the SCAN and SAC organizations that help seniors in our community.
And here is the flyer created for the sponsorships. Did you want to talk about, do we still have some space for some platinum sponsors?
Yes, we do have still space because this beautiful document created by my graphic designer, Conrad, became available only a few short days ago. So this news is just getting out. And so there are still levels of all sizes available. I really wanted to make sure, because this is mostly to help give back to the community and then save some additional for next year to do this in person, which is where the rest of those sponsorships will go to, because that Brittany and I want to walk down a red carpet. But this way people can get involved with as little as $100 at the bronze sponsorship, and your logo and your information will be out, and you'll get your name out there and that visibility while still giving back. And then the higher that you sponsor, the better placement you'll get in the awards, and you'll be most likely, the higher sponsors also have your name and information in their multiple slides throughout the awards so that you get multiple chances. And then as we get up to the higher level sponsors, like the golds and the platinum you have here, they also do give opportunities to be recognized on our social media, because that's one thing both of us do extremely well. Between all of our different projects, we typically, our videos and things get hundreds and hundreds of views. And so you get that, as well as a chance to be featured on my podcast, Senior Living on the Suncoast, which is now officially in the top 50% of the podcasts out there, which is over 1 million podcasts. So I love that we're really helping provide that senior care. So it gives you great exposure through that way as well. So it's just a way for you to give back to the community and help prepare for next year's awards, as well as getting your information out there in a great, unique way.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Now, when people are listening, of course, today is the kickoff. That's what we're celebrating this morning, is the nominations are live. So I'm going to go back and share my screen for your website, but we also have the event page on Facebook I'll pull up, but there's a few different ways people can access, but what's the easiest way for people to go on and make their nominations?
The easiest by far is my website, www.happylifepod.com. I had some assistance in getting it on the main landing page, but at this point, while the information on my podcast will be lower down, the first thing you should see when you log on is, or when you go to happylifepod.com, is this awards. And so it's already embedded into the page and seamless to vote.
Awesome. So people can go right here, and I'll just do a little example and enter your email, and then basically you get through, and there's 50 different again, nominations. And Stephen, do people have to enter a nomination for every single category, or how does that work?
No, because I made sure that it was very comprehensive and that everyone will have a chance to be heard. I wanted to make sure that, people who only work in assisted living facilities that might not know all these different nonprofit resources don't have to fudge or force anything that they don't really feel confident or passionate about nominating. So the only thing that is for the nominations required is your email address, and that is because after you make your nominations, I'm sure you're going to want to vote in the final awards. And so that way I can make sure that you get the email to the direct link as soon as the awards go live.
All right, perfect. So let me jump over for one moment here.
And while you jump over, Brittany, why don't you share? Because as soon as I told you about it, you were like, I want to be the co-host for the awards show itself. So what got you excited about joining my little project?
Yeah, so I'm super excited and always honored to work beside you, Stephen. But we're going to be together, Stephen and I, doing the live stream through Facebook. And of course, it will be shared on multiple platforms like we've talked about. But I can't wait to just plan our outfits. And we're going to make our own red carpet socially distanced. I mean, I don't know if you've thought about it, but I think there's going to be a lot of balloons, maybe some champagne. I mean, it's going to be a nice, fun party for people to join in at. And Stephen, what time does that air to and from, just on November 23rd?
On November 23rd, it will start at 6 p.m. With depending on how long the awards go and how much fun we're having, I would say at most it would be 2 hours. So it should be from 6 to 8 at a most, but we might wrap up closer to the 7:30 mark. And there will be intermissions for the bathroom, mostly for me. So you'll have a chance to also take a moment to break in the middle, while each of us can keep you entertained with some form of entertainment, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. And there will be entertainment. And I'm going to flip really quick right over to share my screen. Zoom here with the internet. Let's see here. I'm trying to share my screen, but it's kind of giving me a little kickback. If you go on Facebook and you type in, if you even just type in the C.A.R.E Awards, and Stephen and I personally posted on our pages, of course, you can go on and you can check out the actual event page itself. Click that you're going. It has all the information. Of course, we'll be having updates, live videos from that site. Let me go back real quick. Yeah, Zoom is funk at the moment.
That's okay. I'm still working, I think.
You're working. I might be frozen. But Stephen, is there anything else that you would? Oh, you know
Sorry,
what?
I heard the word frozen.
That's if we can incorporate frozen performances in this, I'm in.
Sounds good.
So let's talk real quick too. You want to acknowledge Sierra Butler, and she's your big co-producer, correct?
Correct, yes. With this, there are a lot of costs in doing the award shows, even online. And so Sierra is my co-producer. She's a silent co-producer because she said that she'll kind of leave the talking to me with this, but I'm sure you'll be hearing with little audio interviews I'll be doing with her throughout the process. But she's always been such a big supporter of the senior living industry in general. Doing elder law. She does talks throughout the area, and she's one of my favorite speakers to listen to. So she's been a great resource throughout my career, and I'm happy to have her supporting this opportunity for everyone to make this a reality.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sierra. And I think we'll wrap up this announcement. Again, Stephen, just one more time for everybody who's tuned in. What is the, today is open nominations, and just share one more time how people can jump on and do that.
Yes, open nominations are available now, so you can vote for your favorites. The best and easiest way is to go to my website, www.happylifepod.com, although you can find us on Facebook and other ways, especially if you were finding us here on Facebook Live right now. We will be tagged everywhere where you can vote, but that is definitely the easiest way because everyone can vote. So if you really are passionate about a category and want to have them get that recognition, don't just vote for yourself. Like, tell your friends to vote, tell your family to vote, tell other people in the industry especially to vote, because if you're working in a assisted living community right now or a home health agency that you work for and you have these great staff, have everyone vote for their favorites within the company, and increase that chances of them being really thanked for what they do.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you. And again, if my technology is messing around, I'm sorry about that. But thanks for joining us, everybody. And we look forward to basically being able to acknowledge everybody in the C.A.R.E Awards. And thanks, Stephen, for putting this on. This is so exciting.
Yes, thank you very much for having me and helping spread the word.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, have a great day, and we'll be in touch soon with more updates.
Yes, for sure.